Over the same period, our country will also face a significant population challenge. Scotland's population is ageing. The number of deaths registered here in 2023 was greater than the number of births. The difference has been getting wider each year and is expected to continue. The number of people aged over 65 is projected to grow by nearly a third by the middle of 2045. Meanwhile, the number of children is projected to fall by nearly a fifth. For the well-being of our society and the future success of our economy, this trend is simply unsustainable. That's why we need a renewed focus on an immigration policy that works for Scotland. I've no doubt, right now, we need people to come here to live and work to bolster our working age population. We need them to address skill shortages and to increase our productivity and our innovation. They're welcome for who they are, for the contribution they will make to our land, their distinct perspectives, their hopes and their ambitions. But again, have no doubt, they are essential for tax revenues.
Because for rural Scotland, the imperative for a visa pilot is based on 3 reasons. 1, we need immigration after decades of emigration. 2, the population forecasts for rural Scotland are stark. And 3, the impact will be deeply felt across all rural communities. Presiding Officer, Scotland is a country of immigrants with a long history of people leaving our shores. That's perhaps most stark in rural areas. For decades, indeed centuries, we've hemorrhaged people who sought new opportunities across the world. And that memory is in our national DNA. We of all people should have compassion for people who want to make Scotland their home and recognise the unique economic and social opportunities that it affords those of us here in Scotland already.
Seen with the publication of the early census data that Scotland is in a different position to other countries in the UK. We are looking at potential decrease in the next decade. All of Scotland's future population growth is projected to come from migration, so any reduction in migration impacts on the size of the working population.
But with less than 1 birth for every 2 deaths in my constituency, there is no solution which does not involve bringing more people to live and work in the islands. To illustrate the scale of the challenge, the Outer Hebrides Community Planning Partnership identified the need for inward migration of 1,000 working age and childbearing families to keep the island's workforce anything like sustainable.
Minister Emerald. Our Building a New Scotland paper on migration in Independent Scotland sets out how migration is vital to rural and island communities' futures. I heard this firsthand on Monday in Fort Augustus from hospitality and seafood sector representatives.
Let me be absolutely clear when I say that migration and immigration from wherever are good, necessary and desirable. There is a strong, powerful and unarguable case for migration to Scotland, and I am on its side.
Rather than demonising those who want to come here, we need to be encouraging immigration to Scotland. In fact, we need targeted measures to make that a reality, not only because of the positive contribution that they make, but because of all our demographic projections, and we've heard some of this in this afternoon's debate already, suggest that Scotland's population is in fundamental decline.
The number of children is projected to fall by nearly a fifth. Our population is growing, but it is growing solely as a result of migration.